BRUCAST is back, baby.
Like one of the most fulfilling parts of your job is that you have like clients that return and they know you, and you know them, of course, and you have kind of this connection, this friendship with them, and you know that you are helping them. You're actually making their lives better.
Yeah.
And this is very rewarding.
Yeah. I work in a small pharmacy, and it's not like in the city, right? It's like more at the outside
Outskirts?
areas.
Yeah.
So the people that come to our pharmacy are people that live nearby, and they always come to our place. Like, so you build relationships very fast. And also my boss has this pharmacy for over 20 years now, so he knows like most of the people, and I'm not that long there, so I don't know them that well, but like you build relationships with your clients, right? And if they have like special questions, they don't go to the doctors. They often come to the pharmacy and ask, what's your experience with it? Have you had anybody, and what did they say? What can you give to me? And oftentimes like you don't get feedback, so people don't come back or something. But in our pharmacy, where it's like small and the people come back, you often get the feedback of how they liked it. Yeah. And if there is a mother with a child that has like a rash or something, and she needs something, and I say, hey, that helped my son or something, and I give it to her. It's like a very personal experience, right? Because you take something from your experience and give it to them. So like it's very personal. And when the people come back and say, hey, that was a great idea, it very helped us, it's a very nice feeling.
Yeah, you're kind of like a doctor. You're like the first like the people first see you. Sometimes they even first see you before going to the actual doctor. Yeah. So you're like the first soldier in the line, you know, like protecting them. Yeah, and that's also very like they trust you with something that important, right? Sometimes people come with things and you are shocked why they haven't been to the hospital or something. What was the most shocking thing that ever happened? You don't need to say any names.
The most shocking thing was it was so disgusting, let me tell you. It was a man in a wheelchair, and he was saying, I have something on my leg. It hurts. You need to give me something. And I was like, what do you have on your leg? And he just like showed me, like put his trousers up, and the leg was amputated, and it started to get black, you know, the skin was dying, and it was like black. And it was very smelly. So like I almost vomited because of the smell. And I was like, you need to go to the hospital immediately. Like,
you had the black...
you can't come to a pharmacy and expect anything to help you with that.
The herbs! The herbs!
It was like, I was so shocked of it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, I couldn't understand why you wouldn't go to the doctor. But often it's like something people feel very ashamed of. Like some things.
Going to the doctor?
They don't want to go to doctor with certain things. And then they come to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Honestly.
Because you can help them. Most of the times you can help them.
I don't know why some people are afraid to talk to their doctors about stuff, but talk to the pharmacy person, you know.
What did this guy had? Like, is he alive?
I think he's alive. I saw him 2 times after that.
Where? Like under the bridge? Like
in the city, and one time he came back to our pharmacy.
Okay.
But like that was very mind-blowing for me, like to have that smell, which made me almost vomit. I mean, it's like present every time, right?
Did you smell it in your mind? Like, you still recall the smell?
I just remember the feelings I got from it, you know? Okay. It was out of this world.
What about leeches?
Huh?
Doctors used to put leeches and stuff like that, right?
Oh, there wouldn't help any leeches. It was like dying skin, you know? It was dying skin. It was black.
But what was it? I'm super curious now. Like, how do you get black diabetes? I think you can get dying skin, right?
Yeah, so I mean, he had an amputation already.
Okay.
And I think the wounds were infected or something, maybe, or I don't know. But like,
that's crazy.
That was.
So that was
really crazy.
The craziest thing that ever happened to you at the pharmacy.
Yeah, that was something I always immediately think of, and I'm shocked.
You want some water?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Wow. It's very family-friendly environments. Yeah.
Go work in a pharmacy.
Wow. Man. Okay. But talking about crazy stories, Anina, we're talking about a very crazy story that you'd like to share with us.
I mean, what could beat an amputated leg already?
Two amputated legs. Both of them.
Okay. So we already had the Die Antwoord concert, which I was went pregnant on. We have the amputated legs.
The fact that you pay your taxes, of course.
The fact that I pay my taxes.
Very crazy.
So one crazy story. I mean, it's.
You told me that you wrote it. You didn't write it?
No.
Not this one. Okay.
I mean, it's a story from the place I used to work in Berlin, right? It was
okay.
It was at the Savignyplatz, for those who know Berlin well, and there was a cafe. It's called the Monkeys Cafe, and I was there with my mother, and my son was, I think he was not a year when we went there, and we were sitting there having a coffee, and besides us was a couple, and and the lady was looking at Nico and, oh, he's so adorable, what a cute kid, and yeah, we have a kid in the same age, and this is our first date since we got him alone, and if I see your kid, I already miss it, like that. And she was very nice. It was a very nice lady. And then the husband, looked and was, also friendly. And it was a German superstar, actually.
What?
He is. His name is Herbert Grönemeyer. I mean, if you have German listeners, I think they will know him.
Robert Grönemeyer.
Herbert Grönemeyer.
Herbert Grönemeyer.
A very famous song of him is Wann ist ein Mann ein Mann?
Okay, so you met him.
Yeah, so we met him, and I totally forgot to make a picture of it. So
it's not true.
I only
It's
have
a lie.
the story to tell when my kid is asking for cool stories. So Herbert Grönemeyer complimented my child. His wife was in love with my child.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just had a nice experience with them.
So you're basically famous now.
Yes, I'm famous. This year I went to a concert of him.
Really? Did he remember you?
No, we didn't talk about
joking.
it. But yeah, it was a nice experience.
That's
funny,
cool.
Funny story.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it was at my working place, so it was
And you recognize him immediately?
No, I didn't recognize him immediately. I mean, he's the generation of our parents, right?
Yeah,
he's almost 50, so I wasn't expecting him to have a child in my toddler's age, But yeah, my mother immediately knew that it was him.
Did she freaked out, or she?
No, she was "Ist das nicht Herbert Grönemeyer?" But we were very nice about it. So we didn't were fangirling him, and we just had a nice conversation about the kids, right? And then we went on our day.
Okay, yeah. I guess those famous people, I always see Justin Bieber running away, fuck you, leave me alone. So that's the perception I have of super famous people. They just hate the attention. Have you seen this meme of Tobey Maguire? Every time the camera turns,
yeah.
They hate it, the attention.
Yeah, I can totally understand it. I would hate it too.
Imagine if you're eating and someone just comes over, hey, darf ich ein Foto machen?
Yeah, I would be pissed.
Yeah. I mean, it's the price of being famous.
Yeah.
I think everything there's a positive and downside. Like, do you know the Kabbalion?
No.
Oh man, I put this book here because I really like. So, it's not a merch. It's not nothing. It's just like a book that I really like. So it's called The Kabbalion Hermetic Philosophy. I think I mentioned I talked about it in a different podcast. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. Like, though this was the religion before religions was invented. Like, the religion that the ancient Egypt adopted before any other religion. And it's basically they have 7 principles. And one of them is the polarity. I'm not mistaken. So it's basically yin and yang. So everything has your positive side and negative side, and there's several of them. There's, for example, principle of gender. Everything in the universe has masculine and feminine. So basically, like it's a couple of principles that describe the whole universe, and I think they all make sense. So, for example, the yin yang, the feminine, and the masculine, the positive and the negative. Everything is vibration. Everything has a cause and effect, and like this has been written. I don't know how many thousands years ago, and then it's a very cool book. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
We were talking about I don't know. But yeah, who was the most famous person that you ever met in your life?
I don't know. Like in person, like...
Yeah, or you saw like with your own eyes.
I don't know. So Herbert Grönemeyer was the only one I talked to, I think. And other than that, I saw Elton John at a concert. Like,
that's cool.
I watched his last tour now. It was this year, I think.
You went to an Elton John concert this year?
Yes. It was his last tour.
Yeah.
And we went to a concert from him.
That's amazing.
It was very good. It was the best concert ever.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
I love Elton John.
I love him. Yeah, he's great.
Have you seen his movie? Like,
no, I want to watch it, but I haven't seen it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, and the actor, he looks very similar to him when he was young, right?
This actor is amazing.
I think he did a very good job.
He did. You need to watch it. Like, if you're an Elton John fan.
Yeah.
And he sings. The songs that are in the movie are actually the actor singing.
Yeah,
like,
I heard it.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really love Elton John. I wasn't a fan before. I became a fan like the past 3 years or so, and so I play the guitar, right? One of the songs that I learned is Elton John. Like, I don't play a lot. I don't know a lot of songs. I don't know, 6 or something like 7, I guess. But one of them is Elton John. It's amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, his was knighted.
By
the Queen.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Imagine you're such...
What a legend.
What a legend. Imagine you're so good at what you do. Your music is so touching that the Queen herself knights you a knight.
That's very nice.
That's very nice. Imagine you're so good at your do, you become a knight by the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's amazing.
I think he did everything he could in his lifetime.
Yeah.
He's very happy, I think.
Yeah. Watch full episodes of the BRUCAST on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BrewFrasca.